This week Parashat Bamidbar. We start the Sefer Bamidbar. Usually we start Sefer Bamidbar right before Shavuot, and B'ezrat Hashem next week is Shavuot, and you're starting Sefer, a new Sefer, and it's called Bamidbar. Now, Mefarshim say, why is it called Bamidbar? Bamidbar means wilderness. It's interesting that now every Sefer has a role. Bereshit, creation, and Am Yisrael comes about. Shemot is the names, the essence. Kahal Yisrael receives the Torah and they make the Mishkan. Vayikra is calling, correspondence, and Korbanot. Everything is done. We have the Ummah, we have the nation, we have the Torah, we have the Korbanot, everything. Now, what's Bamidbar? Bamidbar is the experiences of the nation and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, both together. And that happens in wilderness. Now, Mefarshim say HaKadosh Baruch Hu could have made the greatest mansion, the greatest garden, to have the experience of Am Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How come it happened in wilderness, Bamidbar, all of the experiences? Imagine a boy and a girl, they go out on dating. And they go to beautiful places, and finally they want to get married. Now we don't know, the marriage is an outcome of what he likes about her or she likes about him, or the surrounding and the environment helped out the relationship. A lot of times the person has to check what made the relationship. Now here HaKadosh Baruch Hu says that my relationship with my nation doesn't depend on anything. It doesn't depend on the mansion. It doesn't depend on what it is. Like Kahal Yisrael, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Zacharti lach kesed neorayich. I remember your kindness to me. What was your kindness? That you left everything and you came to wilderness. In other words, means the ahava, the love doesn't depend on something else. The love is pure love for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This Sefer Bamidbar, right before Shavuot, to bring out this point that our relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't depend on other things. If it depends on something, once we take away that, the relationship is gone. It's an interesting pasuk in Shir HaShirim, Perek Zayin, pasuk Aleph. Shubi Shubi Hashulamid, Shubi Shubi B'nechese Bach. In other words, the Goyim tell the Kahal Yisrael, Shubi Shubi, come back, Hashulamid, the one that is Shalem, the one who's complete in his faith to his God, and you left us and you went back. Come back to us. Come back. We have a lot to offer to you. Shuvi, Shuvi. 4 times they tell him, come back. V'nechese bach. What does V'nechese bach? Rashi says, we're going to see into it that you're going to become great. We're going to offer you great jobs. Once, New York Times wrote that the best college students in all over are Jews. They get to high positions. We offer you the best. What is it? Now, very interesting. Shlomo HaMelech is saying that the Goyim make outside so much attraction, so appealing. And they're inviting us and giving us best offer. Now, how could you turn out this offer? How could we say no to such an appealing offer? Such a offer, such a thing that Goyim are saying that Nechese Bach, we're going to say into it to make you rich, to give you a high position. Now listen to Kahal Yisrael. Shlomo HaMelech says, the smartest man on the earth tells us, what's the answer to that? What's the answer to all of this attraction, all of the Hollywood, all of entertainment, so appealing to young men, young women, to everybody? What's the answer to that? Now, Shlomo HaMelech says, Ma techazu b'shulamit ki mecholad ha'machanayim. Kahal Yisrael tell Goyim, what are you going to see for Shulamit, for Kahal Yisrael? Ki mecholot ha'machanayim. Like the mecholot ha'machanayim, like the campings, the dancing and camping of Kahal Yisrael in Midbar. The Sefer Bamidbar talks about 2 things. One thing that Kahal Yisrael were counted, then the camping that they had. Everybody had a camp, every shevet and shevet. Some in north, south, east, west, all over, they were shevatim and camping. Now Mefarshim say, what type of answer is that? I thought Shlomo HaMelech would talk about Olam Haba, would talk about Shabbat, would talk about the pleasantness of the Avodah. What is it? that Kahal Israel are telling Goyim, we're going to turn off their offer because of the camping and Mechrot and Machanaim. Farshim say, don't make a mistake. The greatest point that makes a person to be part of Kahal Israel is the number and the camping that happened in this parasha. Because Moshe Rabbeinu, whoever came in front of him and he counted him, he said that you are such an important member of Kahal Israel. You have a task very unique. Nobody could do your task. Your tefillin, your mitzvot, whatever that you do, your chidushei Torah. There is a portion in Torah that you have to discover, and nobody could do it. And he gave everybody a place. He says, this is your place in the Malchut of Hashem. In the kingdom of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you have very special place. And if you don't come and take the place, the chair would stay empty. That chair would not have anybody else. Shlomo HaMelech is telling us, when you feel part of the community, once you know your role, once you know that you have worth, self-worth, self-chashivut, then you don't give up so easily. But somebody who doesn't have the chair, somebody who doesn't have that importance, he doesn't have self-chashivut, self-importance, he doesn't have self-dignity, then he leaves it. And such an important point in chinuch, training children. Every child at home has to feel as a very important chair. Very chashuv chair. It's important. He has a chair that if he is not there, there's a vacuum. Once a child feels like that, he doesn't want to go on the street because he has position that's important. But the child that gets crushed at home, there is no place for him. There is no chair for him. There is no importance. He doesn't feel any chashivut, any importance. Then what's going to happen to him? What happens to him is that he would be crushed. A lady in Yerushalayim was giving a shiur on chinuch habanim. She got up, an older lady, and she said the most important day in her life. What was the most important day in her life? She said the most important day in her life was when the Nazis took her over. Why? How come that day is the most important day in her life? Because her mother bowed down on the boots of the Nazis and she screamed and she said, no, please don't take away my Leah. Don't take away my child because she is my life. She's very important for me. She had a sister that was much talented than her and she was forgotten at home. She didn't have any chair, any position. She was crushed. Once she heard that from her mother, that she is her life, she is very important for her, that gave her existence, that gave her life. Unbelievable. In the hands of the Nazis was taken away, and that moment gave her her life. She didn't have life beforehand. Therefore, it's very important. Torah is teaching us such a crucial point. Every child has to have a chair, very special chair at home. Every member of the community has to have a chair, special chair in the community. Once it's like that, then they feel belonged and they know their own importance and they would not want to depart themselves from the community and from the home that they are in.